Nigga!
All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now, here's Sexton. Wants to get it to Collins and does. And finished off by Collins.
Well, such an intelligent basketball player. John Collins knows how to get himself a look out of pick-and-roll action.
Smith with a screen on George. Smith, no luck. And it's the Jazz's ball. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Good, nice job down low.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Collins after the made shot from Terrell.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Terrell against Washington. He was really on his game. And the dunk by Smith.
In the zip code, put it anywhere near his hands. Jalen Smith's vertical threat is real.
Jazz have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Hendricks. The 3 from George. Trains the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Terrell. Now here's Dosunmu. Here's Terrell. Tips it up.
Well, you need your big to set good screen and be able to get out of it and get a basket. Nicely done.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Pass to Reynolds. Launches it. That's good by Terrell. Terrell's got 5 points so far.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Here's George. Here he goes. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
Smith with a screen on George. Terrell, the pass to Smith. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside, Sexton. Jazz passing it around. Markkanen kicks to George. Sexton deciding where to go with it. 4 on the shot clock. And it's good off the back rim and in.
This guy has got a variety of scoring moves. Colin Sexton keeps the opposition guessing.
Smith with a screen on George.
John Collins. First personal foul. First team foul.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
Line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Terrell.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Outside, Markkanen. Back to Sexton. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. Just 3 to shoot. Hey, DB, what do you make of Colin Sexton's nickname, Young Bull?
Kevin, I think it's a very apt moniker because this guy is relentless. He attacks you with his defense. He's going to come at you with a ton of youthful energy, and he will not back down.
First one falls for him. Greg Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
So, Doris, for a coaching staff, what's the best approach to the second game of a back-to-back?
For me, Kevin, a back-to-back is about two things. It's about maturity, one, but you also have to manage both games. Look at the minutes of the first game and try to balance them in the second game, particularly when you're talking about your veterans.
And so George will bring it up for Utah, trailing by 2. A 3-ball. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. And it's 8 points for George.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
There's the screen. Terrell, the pass to Dosunmu. Here's Terrell. Teardrop shot, and the rejection by Collins. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Wiggins is checked in for Utah.
For the Jazz, number 21, Aaron Wiggins.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Terrell. Hits the jumper in space. Terrell's got 11.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
And here's George. 8 points for him. That one misses. His first miss of the game after making his first 3. Here's Terrell. Yep, that one goes in there. 13 points in the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Outside, Sexton. This one for 3. It's all in by the Bulls. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
George with the ball. Outside, Sexton. Markkanen kicks to Wiggins. Here's the 3. Terrell pulls it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Dosunmu, the pass to Terrell. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Terrell. His 3-pointers off the mark. Outside, Sexton. Outside, George. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Terrell. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead. So for the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Washington Wizards. And Will Hardy is called timeout. They have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, the franchise.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
Now, here's George. 8 points for him. Here's Terrell. Wiggins with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Terry's checked in for Buzelis. And the franchise is subbed in for Dosunmu. Hendricks passes to Bailey. Wiggins outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
The Bulls leading by 5. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Winslow, the pass to Terrell. White gets the screen from Terrell. White, good. White's got 5.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
They set the pick. Pass to Bailey. Three-pointer on the way. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Now here's Terry. 11 points last game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Terrell. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's Chicago leading by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Williams, also Aaron Wiggins out there, and it's Clarkson in at the 2-guard spot. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the franchise in the last game against Washington was a man on a mission. He scored 48 points and his passing was phenomenal with a ton of assists. An amazing performance. Probably we won't see a night like that anytime soon. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Here's Terrell. Back to Terry. Pass to Terrell. Shot clock at 6. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Clarkson outside for the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Wiggins kicks to Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson tends to draw a lot of contact. If you look at his career, he doesn't end up at the free throw line as often as you'd think.
The Jazz have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Here's Terrell. He's got 15. Lob pass to Wagner. Here's Hendricks. He's defended by Wagner. Wiggins passes to Clarkson. Williams with the ball. Pass to Hendricks. And it's a foul called on Mo Wagner. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Now here's Williams. Out left to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Hendricks, good. Hendricks has got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Driving to the basket. And the dunk by Winslow.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Wiggins. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. Pass to Bailey. Puts up a 3. That shot misses.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Bulls have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for the Bulls. Buzelis comes in for Terry. Richardson, he's checked in for Utah. And he sinks the second. Jazz trail by 3. Now here's Wiggins. He's got 8. And the basket by Bailey.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's White. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Washington.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul, still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Chicago making a switch here. Terry's checked in. Terrell. And again, Chicago. No good. Utah's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pass to Bailey. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Out of bounds. It'll be the Bulls' ball.
And now look at Jordan Clarkson. Some numbers on him. Last season's performance for him. He averaged 18 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
In the corner, George with it. Shot from free throw range. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. George has got 10 points in the game.
Keontae George deciding, all right, you want to concede the mid-range, I will get to that spot.
And he goes in for the dunk.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Here's Clarkson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland. Pass to Wiggins. For 3, Williams. Rebound by the Bulls. Terrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's White, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And White is looking to make things happen out there. If he has to get physical in the process, that is not going to be a problem.
Reynolds is checked in for Chicago. And both free throws good for White. Now Clarkson. Outside, George. Back to Clarkson. Puts it up from 12. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Clarkson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
Here's Terrell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for the Bulls. Jazz trail by 5. And here's Clarkson. He has 6. Here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 12 points in the game.
This is why you select Keontae George. This guy is very capable of huge offensive nights.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Clarkson outside. And there's the drive. That's good by Terrell.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Jazz trail by 7. Clarkson with the ball. George looking around. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And they continue to control the glass.
Terrell, the pass to Dosunmu. Here's Terrell. He's guarded by Collins. Terrell misses. Jazz have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And finished off by Collins.
Just tremendous recognition from Collins there. Sees an opportunity to be a target at the rim, and his teammate puts it on time.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
And that one good from Clarkson.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Here's Terrell. Rebounded by the Jazz. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
Outside, George. Pass to Collins. Smith against George. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
John Collins has tremendous vertical showing off right there.
Here's Terrell. 27 points for him. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Wiggins. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Reynolds has got 4 rebounds in this game. That's good by Terrell. Terrell's got 29.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. A different look for Utah. Hendricks is checked in, and Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Williams. Jazz trail by 6. Outside, George Collins. And finished off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
Terrell misses. Utah has gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Count the basket. Terrell's got 31.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Dosunmu. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
Good on both. Jazz trail by 8. Outside, George. Collins setting the pick for George. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
The Jazz shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. And there's the foul. It's on the franchise. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's George, guarded by Terrell. Markkanen passes to Hendricks. Traps in the tray. Hendricks has got 9 points.
That's fantastic shot making this quarter after struggling a bit in the first.
And 1:01 left to play in the first half. Here's Terrell. Here's Dosunmu. It's good from long range. Dosunmu's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Now, here's Markkanen. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Here's Terrell after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Dosunmu's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
George passes to Sexton. And he drives in. Clock at 4. From deep. Hendricks can't get it to go. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
They've got the franchise. Smith is out there with Reynolds. Then it's Dosunmu, and it's Booz Ellis in at the 3 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Now, here's Sexton. Fires from deep. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And the dunk by Smith.
Jalen Smith taking flight. Get up, young fella.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 9-point game. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 15.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Smith the best to Terrell. Now Buzelis. The three. Collins grabs the miss. Outside, Sexton. Jazz passing it around. Shoots over Dosunmu. The shot by Sexton, no good. The Bulls leading by 6. In the corner, it's Buzelis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Sexton for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Terrell. Stolen by Markkanen. George with the ball. Now guarded by Terrell.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
For Utah, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. He doesn't get the second one.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
And that one drops for him. And it's a 10-point Chicago lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pass to Hendricks. And here is Markkanen. And once again, off the mark by Utah.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And George kicks to Markkanen. Back to George. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels. And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball. And that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Pass to Hendricks. Back to George. Takes a 3. Terrell pulls it in. Terrell's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Keontae George picks one up.
First team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for the Bulls, taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Jazz trail by 10. Pass to Hendricks. Back to George. Six on the shot clock. 9 feet out. And again, it's Utah. Bulls leading by 8. Going inside. Shot's good by Terrell.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
For Utah, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Hendricks. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, George. No good from outside.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Screen by Smith. Terrell, the pass to Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
When Jalen Smith puts it all together, this guy can be special. We're getting a glimpse of that right now.
Now George, 19 points in the game. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for George.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
There's Terrell. Off target from outside. Jazz trail by 12. Another steal. There's the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup. Terrell's got 40 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Terrell. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. A three-pointer, no good.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Nobody near George. No good with the triple.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Bulls making a switch here. Terry's checked in, and Utah making a change here. Collins pass it to Hendricks. Lobbed up there for Collins, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Look at the franchise, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Now here's Markkanen. 5 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? A shot by Clarkson, no good. Left side, Terry. Pass to Terrell. Launches a three. Rebound, Utah. Collins has got 8 rebounds in this game. Markkanen against Terry. Now, here's Collins. Here's Bailey. It's good. Bailey's got 7. The Bulls leading by 15. Here's Terrell. 43 points in the game. And then Smith with the dunk.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And for the Jazz, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Now, here's Collins. 12 points for him. He misses his first shot of the contest after making his first 6. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points in the game so far. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 12.
Yeah, to me, it's always a great sign when the 3 ball is falling for Jordan Clarkson.
Here's Terrell. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Bailey passes to Markkanen. Shoots the three. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Terrell. That one drops for him. Terrell's got 47 points.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Here's Bailey. 7 points in the game. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
The Bulls leading by 16. Here's Terrell. Non-stop scoring machine here. And no good. Trying to use the gloves.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And Smith with the stuff. Jazz trail by 18.
2 minutes.
Clarkson outside. Here's Markkanen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The 7th pick in 2017, Lauri Markkanen. Almost a throw-in in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's incredible to think of now in the context of this guy becoming an all-star in his own right, Kevin. I mean, Markkanen is a 7-footer who's got efficient offensive numbers, like 50, 40, 90 type numbers. He is an uncommon talent.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Here's Bailey. From deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Terrell, the pass to Terry. Here's Terrell. Rebound, Utah. Wiggins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The Jazz have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Free throw good, Wiggins. The Jazz making a switch here. Richardson's checked in, and both free throws good for Wiggins. The Bulls leading by 17. .56 seconds left in the third. Terrell, the pass to Winslow. Second chance shot. Good on the bucket. Winslow's got 8 points.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Bailey. He's got 7. Wiggins kicks to Richardson. On the wing, Williams. Just 4 to shoot. The Jazz again can't hit it. And it's Terry with the ball for the Bulls. 18-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Terrell. Over Richardson. Top of the key jumper is offline from Terrell. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Taking a look at the Jazz, Aaron Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Richardson. And it's Bailey in at the point guard position. Wiggins against Winslow. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense right on him.
He's done a dynamite job rebounding the basketball, and no issues fighting it out against the big guys down low.
Terrell, the pass to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, the big man, Mo Wagner, getting to it. Nice finish.
Jazz trail by 21. Pass to Richardson. Clarkson outside. Richardson with the screen on Winslow. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Wiggins.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Terrell. That one goes. Count it. Terrell's got 49 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Wiggins. Richardson with the screen on Winslow. Boys, we're in the world now of super agency, which consolidate player representation. What do you think?
Kev, I think obviously it gives some more power to the players because of the bargaining leverage. But for player movement, does it give more power to the big market teams? We're going to have to watch this unfold.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Chicago leading by 19. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Terrell. Out to White. Terry, the pass to Terrell. Clock at 6. Wiggins with the rebound.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Clarkson right side. Misses the layup. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Now here's Wiggins. Outside Williams. The Jazz working the ball around now. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Winslow. Outside White. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Terrell. From outside the arc. That one doesn't go. Jazz trail by 16. Here's Bailey, guarded by Terrell. Back to Clarkson. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Terrell, the pass to Winslow. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Listen, even average 3-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Pass to Wiggins. And here is Williams. Here's Clarkson. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
There's a screen. Terry outside. Offline with his 3. Jazz trail by 15. Here's Wiggins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Kobe White.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Bruce Ellis is checked in for Winslow. Both good from the line that time.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Here's Terrell, defended by George. Fires the three, connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making it GA look all too easy right now. Outside, Markkanen. Sexton for three. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low. Nice move. Again, what an avalanche.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Wiggins. Back to George. Here's Collins. Another shot. He lays it in.
Yeah, John Collins, tremendous body control because the contact was there. He just doesn't allow it to bother him.
Here's Terrell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
That free throw good from Terrell. So for the Bulls. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. And it's Dosumu in for Kobe White. And Utah also making a switch. Hendricks is checked in. Now, here's George. Pass to Hendricks. From the arc. And it's George missing.
When you're not in rhythm with the free ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Terrell, the pass to Terry. Terry off the pick from Terrell. Buzelis with the ball. Here's Terrell. Pass to Buzelis. Smith with a screen on George. Outside Terry. The rebound by the Jazz. Collins has got 11 rebounds in the game.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Now, here's Sexton. Back to Markkanen. And they double up Markkanen. From deep, George sinks the three-pointer. George has got 22 points.
No hesitation from Keontae George. Ball touches his fingers, he gets right into his motion.
Here's Terrell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Sexton. After the made shot from Terrell.
Colin Sexton, early in his career, has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll, good decision-making.
Smith with a screen on George. Terrell. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Back to Terry. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range. Terry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
It's up a 3. Terrell pulls it in. Terrell's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Shoots it. And it's Utah with the rebound. Outside, Markkanen. Sexton for 3. Sexton can't get that one to drop.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end.
Good, that's another bucket.
I can't believe I'm saying this. He's now second in 60-point games all time.
Tapping into his full arsenal, night in and night out. Sexton for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Smith's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's George. Collins kicks to Sexton. Pass to George. There's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Reynolds is checked in for Chicago. Here's Terrell. Yet another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Outside, George. Outside for Sexton. Here's Hendricks. Shot clock at 5. Back to Sexton. Looking to get it going. And there's another one for the Jazz. The Bulls leading by 16. Here's Terrell. Good work there as it goes. 64 points for the franchise.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Markkanen kicks to Sexton. And he banks in the layup.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
Here's Terrell. Chalk up 2 there. And the Bulls lead by 18.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Outside, George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Personal foul.
Well, Keontae George, guys, a talented backcourt guy. He can create off the dribble. He can make snappy passes. Everything you want in a combo guard.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Here's Terrell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Collins.
Second personal foul. Second team.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Terrell. And here's George.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for
That free throw good from George. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mo Wagner's checked in for Smith. Winslow comes in for Reynolds. Terry's checked in for Buzelis. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. Here's the screen. Terrell, the pass to Winslow. Lets the 3 fly. It doesn't go for him. Jazz trail by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Chicago.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the franchise.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
White, good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Clarkson surveying the floor. 5 to shoot. Terrell pulls it in. Chicago with the ball. And And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.